What's up, everybody? This is from the Depths Collectables, and let's check out what we got in this week's toy haul. So first up is this Star Wars Clone Wars wave Anakin Skywalker. Now I think I only need Obi-Wan Kenobi to complete the wave because there's only like I think 4 characters in the wave. So in the next coming toy hunts, hopefully we could come across them and we can complete this wave. So moving on to DC Multiverse this week, guys. I picked up Bizarro this week, and you know, Bizarro is one of my favorite characters. He's just like a backward Superman. It's hilarious. You know, good things are bad to him and bad things are good to him. So I love that about him, and you know, I had to pick up his figure. Now, you know, with DC Multiverse stuff, guys, it's kind of getting crazy with, you know, all the Batman iterations that they have out there. There's tons of Batman just peg warming and stuff. I really, you know, wish we just get a big wave with just different characters and stuff, because there's not many to go around. It's just nothing but Batman and, you know, that Joker that's just sitting around. So it's really good to get Bizarro in my collection. So let's move on to these Pokemon cards that I found this week, guys. Now, like I said in last week's video, it's not hard to get these cards. I don't understand what the rush is, and I don't understand, you know, the stampedes of people, and I don't understand, you know, the fighting just to get these cards. I don't understand it. I seem to find these cards, you know, very easily. I just go to a Walmart, like you know, how you saw in the video, and they just seem to be on the shelf, like this Rapidash V-Box here. I just found it. There was another one on the shelf, and there was tons of Vivid Voltage. You know what I mean? There's, you know, cards on the shelf, guys. I don't understand what these people are doing and what their, you know, problem is, that they have to fight people and they have to, you know, stampede and just make, you know, collecting just look horrible to the people who don't collect. So, like I said, guys, if you just have some patience, you just look around, you can find Pokemon cards at your local stores at retail price, no problem. So moving on to a little bit of a mail call this week. I actually got in my order of the Super Villains wave of Marvel Legends from Big Bad Toy Store in this week, and I'm very happy about it because Dr. Doom is in the building. He has an awesome accessory, and that is Thanos' skull. If you know anything about the God Emperor Dr. Doom character and the story that he's from, you know why he has that skull and spine. So if you haven't already, guys, look for these because they are coming out in June. If you haven't put in an order or anything like that, try to put in an order because I feel like this entire wave is going to go very fast and be very hard to find because there is a lot of great characters in here. I feel like only one would be a peg warmer, and that's Arcade. But he does have a lot of potential for people who would like to use those bodies and stuff like that for custom figures. So I feel like everything's going to be really great to pick up and everything like that for customs, for people who love the villains, for people who want an army build. It's going to be a great wave. So coming in June, guys, Super Villain wave, jump on it. So shooting over to G.I. Joe this week, guys, I picked up Flint and Lady J this week. Now, I didn't think I would ever find these figures sitting on the shelf because you know these G.I. Joe classified characters go flying off the shelves once they're released. Now, the Target that I found them at is like the world's smallest Target. I love it. It's very small. The toy aisle is very small. But every time I go, I find something good. The time before this, I found Zartan. The time before Zartan, I found the entire wave of the Star Wars Bad Batch. And even before that, I found Davey Boy Smith, British Bulldog, for the WWE Elites. So it's an all-around great Target. You know, it's, you know, one of the last Targets that we stop at on the way home. So you always see that Target in the videos, and you will always continue to see that Target in the videos because it's one of the greatest Targets that I've ever been to. Let's move on to wrestling this week, guys. I picked up this WWE Ultimate Macho Man Randy Savage. Now, the Ultimate line I really haven't gotten into too much because it's kind of hard for me to find. I was looking for that Hollywood Hulk Hogan Ultimate figure that came out, but I didn't have any luck and I couldn't find them. So I'm very lucky to find this Macho Man Randy Savage and get him in my collection. So let's move on to the stuff that I found at the thrift store this week, guys. Now, I try to stop at a thrift store every time we do a toy hunt, but I don't record in the thrift store because, you know, older folks and, you know, people that are, you know, shopping and stuff, they get kind of nervous around cameras and they don't really understand YouTube and stuff like that. So I don't want to cause a problem or anything like that. and I don't record in there. But I do record the stuff that I find if I do find anything. So let's get into the stuff that I found this week. Let's start off with the CD that I found, and that is Nirvana's Nevermind. Now, this is the original 90s release of the album, and for 99 cents, that is a steal, because you know this album has a bunch of great music on here, like Smells Like Teen Spirit and Come As You Are. So, I had to pick this up and put it into my collection. I think I'm going to start, maybe collecting some CDs here and there, guys. I feel like, only the choicest of albums will be in my CD collection, and this is a good start to it. So next up is actually a DVD, guys, and that is Final Fantasy Advent Children. Now, if you've ever played Final Fantasy VII, this movie takes place 2 years after the events of Final Fantasy VII. So if you're interested in the story of Cloud and all that stuff, check out this movie because it's actually pretty cool and it answers some questions. So I actually picked up some really cool games this week, guys. Now let's start off with the first game, and that is Shadow of the Colossus. Now, Shadow of the Colossus is a pretty cool game. It has really unique gameplay because you go around a world that is populated by these colossal monsters, and you go about climbing each one of them and slaying them. It's a very cool game, very unique art style for the Colossus. It's very cool. If you haven't already, guys, pick this one up and play it for yourselves. So next up is without a doubt a classic, and that is Resident Evil 4. Now, Resident Evil 4 is touted to be one of the best Resident Evil games ever, even compared to the newer ones like Resident Evil Village and stuff. So I can see why people say that, because this game even today holds up very well. So if you haven't already, guys, check this game out because it is fun. So the last game I found this week, guys, is actually a pretty big one. Now, I saw this one sitting in the case, and I really didn't think that it was anything special because it's in this GameStop throwaway case. But I read the label, and it is Xenoblade Chronicles. Now, if you know anything about Xenoblade Chronicles, it is a pretty good game, and I didn't get a chance to play it because I didn't have a Wii back, when the Wii came out. So I'm very happy to get this, and for $3.99, it is a steal. If you know anything about Super Smash Brothers, the character of Shulk is in that game, and he is the protagonist of this game. So if you're interested in any of that, guys, check out this game because it is actually a pretty cool game. The last up on the stuff that I picked up at the thrift store, and that is this Luke Skywalker Ultimate Effects lightsaber. Now, this lightsaber was sitting in the toy section, and I was trying to look it up and had a hard time looking it up because, there is tons of lightsabers out there. There was tons of toys made for these things, and I couldn't figure it out. But I did look at the bottom, and those numbers on the bottom do help, guys. Sometimes those numbers do indicate what manufacturing, date and stuff like that they came from. So if you have any trouble looking up what kind of toys and stuff like that, look into those marks because they do help a lot when you're looking into things. That's how I found out what this was. Now, I looked up on eBay and stuff like that, and I see that a lot of them are in the box. There is a couple floating around outside of the box, and at the lowest end is $100. And if that's the case, I got this thing at a steal. This thing was $3. The LEDs do light up. There's only like maybe one little dim spot in the thing, but it's not too bad. There's a couple of nicks in the tubing, but nothing crazy and no like real nasty looking bends or anything. So all in all, this was a crazy good find. So last but not least is Aew Unrivaled Series 4. These 4 figures now complete the entire wave for me, and I'm so happy about that because AEW Series 3 was a pain in the ass for me to find. I couldn't for the life of me find Alan Darby or Orange Cassidy. I couldn't find any of them. Luckily, I was able to find them all and complete that series. So now I'm thinking about trying to go back before, I got back into toy hunting and stuff like that and try to get series 1 and 2. So I can have like the entire wave. I'm almost like completely done with it, really. Series 5 is coming out, and there is also a new line that is coming out with AEW called Unmatched. So I'm going to jump over all of that stuff, guys, because AEW is amazing. These figures look great. The face scans look great. The sculpts look great. Even the accessories that they include in these figures are amazing. I love them. So if you haven't already, guys, check out the AEW wrestling figures because they are awesome. So that's the haul for this week, guys. It was another great haul and another great hunt. I picked up a lot of amazing stuff, from the Marvel Legends Supervillains wave to the AEW Unrivaled 4. So what did you guys pick up this week? I'd love to hear about that stuff, so let me know down in the comments down below. So if you haven't already, guys, like this video here and subscribe to the channel because we are getting very, very close to that 100 subscriber goal. We are sitting at about 95, 96 subscribers right now. So hopefully we can hit that 100 subscriber goal. When we hit that 100 subscriber goal, I'm thinking about making a video specifically for the giveaway. That way, people who are interested in the giveaway can enter in on that video, and it would be a lot easier for me to know who would be interested in the giveaway. So remember, I'm from the Depths Collectables, and I'll see you guys later.